Welcome back, guys. We are on part 6 of our Let's Play now. Last time we landed ourselves in the storage, which looks to be an absolutely terrible area. I finally did go ahead and turn the gamma up probably about 25% from where it was, because some of the parts in the underwater tunnels just looked absolutely awful. So I apologize for that if you had to suffer through it, but hopefully this will be better. And you still can't see anywhere here, but that's not actually the graphics settings, it is actually that dark down here. And the last thing we got when we were playing through was the darkness in the storage feels strange and unnatural. So that's why you still can't see 2 feet in front of yourself here. So what we're working on now is finding a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. We had found a note last time about how to go about fixing it. We have one of our rods here, which was the flow cycle rod. So I guess we're going to need to find 2 other things, rods or whatever, to match up with the steam set functions and 4-phase amplitude. And that's why we're down here. Okay, it doesn't look like there's really going to be any area around here that has a sufficient amount of light. But since there's a storage, yeah, this is what I'm hoping. I have enough tinder boxes and oil to actually last through here. Excellent. Alright, that's a good start on light. What is this? Oh, jeez. Already? I really didn't take breath. I think I can keep this on for a second just because the door is closed. Just kind of toggle this on and off. What was the drill part? Part of a broken hand drill. Okay. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, I don't have much experience with monster encounters yet, but as far as I know, when this music turns off, they've left the area. I think they despawn, or they just go far enough away that their presence is pretty much irrelevant. And we'll hope that holds true. And again, just to give you an idea of the darkness down here, if I turn this off, I can't see those things in the corner on the ground. I can see probably to about this post right here from the door frame. So, again, nothing's wrong with your graphics, nothing's wrong with my graphics. It's just absolutely pitch black.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
I think this was also... Yeah, that looks very much like blood. I'm not sure if I want to go in here. Alright, what the hell? Beautiful. It's the second door that's happened to me with. Like the wine cellar, there was a terrible noise behind some door and I couldn't get in. The rubble from a cave-in is hindering further passage in the storage. Find a way to get through. Alright. I think we can do that. I don't think anything's been hinted at yet as to how to do that. No. Okay, so we're gonna find something in here, I guess, that's gonna let us get through. It's equipment. I don't know, maybe that moaning is related to the trails of blood down in the other area, but it's really very unsettling. I don't know if this is because of the graphic settings, but there's almost, like if I turn the lantern off, there's almost kind of a haziness in front of me and out in that main room. I'm not sure what that is, or if it's something with the graphics that I might have screwed up, but I'll see how it looks in the final video, and again, I'll be able to make a change for next time. Okay, so I guess we combine this, and we have ourselves... Alright, scratch that. Guess we'll combine that when we have enough parts, and we'll have ourselves a hand drill. Primary. Okay, primary what? Guess this will be another question that's answered for us. I'm gonna try to light candles as much as I can too, because they're giving me enough tinder boxes and I don't feel like wasting too much oil. I'll see if I can make at least most of the rooms a safe area with a candle. Regarding explosive mixture, Alexander, I've prepared the explosives you needed for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive, and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I have arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is to mix the liquids, and you are ready to go. Agrippa. I have a feeling this is going to be our method for getting through that cave-in as well. They're just conveniently storing highly explosive materials down here. This place, really, I cannot get adjusted to this darkness. It's like no other area I've seen in the game thus far. See, at least the game developers are being nice to me. There's no light down here, but they give me enough to actually get through. And I heard the one monster noise when I picked up the first drill part, but it wasn't. It's the secondary. Okay. So I guess maybe those are 2 explosives, and I just have to figure out where to get them. Anyway, as I was saying, I heard the monster sound when I was in that room getting the hand drill part, but I think I'm now, I guess, at the part of the game where all the monsters are real, so that wasn't just a hallucination. I haven't seen one in here yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to. This is just a terrible, terrible area. And let's see if this is enough. Okay. So we have our hand drill, and to get those liquids, which I guess logically maybe I'd use my new item on these things. Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking it would do, but now what? Vessels needed. Ah. How about our trusty chemistry pot? Okay, so we've got our partially filled pot. And did I take the hand drill? Yes. Does that automatically, that's nice. Go and do that for this one. Cannot use... Oh, I think I just aimed it too high. Alright, so we have our explosive. That doesn't sound good. I'm not sure what makes that sound, but it really sounds like the building itself is actually screaming in some way. I don't think that's it, but I don't have any other idea as to what that could be. And to why it seems to love to happen whenever I complete an objective. No, this wasn't right. To look for the... There we go. That's our little map here. Okay, so now we just blow the hell out of this thing, and we'll get through. Don't stand too close to... Okay. to knock this over, I guess. I could just throw one of these rocks or something. Because I guess it would make sense then by themselves. I've been carrying them like that and they haven't gone off. So they need something to actually release the liquid here. That was a pretty terrible throw. Let's see how many tries it takes me to do this. Oh crap, there we go. Okay, seems I got far enough away. I don't think I was hurt at all now. And we're sending these back to crystal clear for I think the second or third time. So this is about as well as we've been doing in a long time. Okay, just in case I need to get out of here, I can mark this as a good way to go. Just light all of this up. And this is even darker, I think, than before. I can't see past that candle right there. This is really, really creepy. So we're going in here.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Sounds like the same woman from before. So something terrible has clearly happened to her down here. Machine parts. Alright, this may be exactly what we need for the elevator. We got a little more light in here, but still I'd just like to get out of... Oh, jeez. I guess this is some sort of food storage or refrigeration area, but it doesn't look like anything has been taken care of in a couple of decades. Let's see if there's anything back here. Hey. And the game does have a couple things like that where you look behind a crate and you can find a couple extra things, but there's nothing that's just absolutely impossible to find, which is nice. Okay, so machine parts is still through there, so this is not the machine parts area. Holy shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh jeez. Okay, we are just getting the hell out of here. Alright, that was not quite what I wanted to see behind that door. Jeez. Okay, it seems we're better, but could be a little careful about heading back towards that area. I guess this may be definitive evidence as to whether or not they actually despawn from the area. Food's okay. So I was right with that one at least. I don't really think there's any other reason to store rotting pigs. Okay. That was a little road bump here. Seems we've gotten through it okay. Seems to be really nothing of consequence in food storage. And machine parts is, I'd imagine, the area we need.
Oh, God, please, please.
I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of that flashback was, but again, it seems to explain all the trails of blood and the random moaning in storage. I'm not sure if that's tied in with the main story or if it's just something that is put here to scare you. It's very effective too. What the hell is this? We've got rose petals falling from the ceiling. Oh! Of course. Not gonna touch that. And wow, this is... That's pleasant. Machine parts storage. In case of a missing rod. If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there is 1 rod in the inner study rooms which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. If I remember correctly, this is the one we found in the study around that cave-in when I had to go outside the window. So these will probably complete our set. And conveniently enough they are. Oh! Where was that? Where was that? I think I saw something moving through the door frames. Don't know what that sound was, but it's not good. And he's breaking the door down. Just wonderful. As I said, I usually would like to strike a balance between using the lantern and not, but I think we're going to keep it off for the next bit of time here. I think that he somehow saw me through the door. There's only a very small space, he could have done that, so... I'm not sure how, but... As long as it doesn't find me back here, we'll be okay. But he sounds like he's almost behind this wall. But I don't know where this leads to. Outside this room. I would love for this music to stop too. Alright, I think it's time for us to man up. I really don't want to sit next to the candles with an open door here, but I have no better option at the moment. And if my little theory on music is correct, this would mean he hasn't left this area yet. Don't really want to go further out. Okay, fine. Because I really didn't feel like walking down this hallway with the possibility of running into him. I think this is all we need from storage, and this appears to be pretty much a dead end anyway, yeah. So now we can finally get the hell out of here. I'm not waiting it here, is it? Alright, he seems to have left. I said, this area has been thoroughly awful. Just every bit as bad as I expected it to be. It's straight from the get-go. Straight from the get-go when you get a note telling you that the darkness is strange and not natural. You know you're going to be in for a fun time. Okay, we're getting at it. I've heard that noise way too many times now. Should be okay if I'm far enough back.
Is anyone there?
And that came when I was walking up pretty much directly from the top of the stairs. And it seems like being chased as much has all but destroyed my sanity here. Again, we'll wait this one out for a bit. I'll give it a minute or so before I actually walk in and try to actively figure out where this guy is. Because with my sanity at this level, I don't really think I'll be able to run away from him too easily. That didn't take as long as the last one. I realized maybe from a viewer perspective, watching me just kind of stand there with this music playing isn't the most exciting thing, but I guess there's really nothing else I can do about it. I could run out pretty much straight at them and try to get around it, but I'm not quite brave enough to do that yet. Is this door open? Alright, so we'll never know what's in that room exactly. And here's our main storage room. So we're just gonna run out of here. Alright, storage. It's been real. That would have to win my vote for worst area of the game thus far. In some ways, though, worst means best, because the whole objective of the game is to scare the living hell out of yourself, and that certainly accomplished it. So the places where it's the hardest to get through, you know, just mentally, is actually the best part of the experience overall. It's a bit counterintuitive, but that's the whole way I think the game is designed. So now we can go ahead and fix our elevator. The elevator repair note was the one I hadn't read before, because as I said, it'll probably come up a few more times.
What was that?
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the Orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Maybe that's related to the shadow that's following Daniel. And whoever else gets involved in this story is haunted by it as well. If you call the title of the diary, it was called Haunted. Maybe that's the explanation for it. Yeah, maybe it's not. That's my best guess. Alright, what have we got here? Pressure. The right amount of pressure inside the chamber and the meter should read up 8 and down 8. Okay, so I just have to get this. This is pretty straightforward. They give you this option on each one. So we have 8. And we have another 8. I really hope there are no monsters in here, because there's not really any good place to hide. It's okay. Here's our Haunted Part 2.
14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
I bet he wishes he hadn't reached out to Alexander at this point now. Alright, so here's our next little puzzle here. Oh, wait a second. Machine equipment memo. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged, and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. I guess that's just here to help you if you found the 2 in storage and didn't catch one in the study. Flow. Oh, these look like 3 rod holes, but I don't know which really goes where. I think they'd probably give me some message about this, if I had done it correctly. Trinity's. Oh, wow. That's pretty clever. This just hit me now. For example, 4-phase amplitude rod. So we have 4-phase, something with 4 sides on the square here. If this is right, this should work, I guess. Trinity steam rod, so Trinity is 3, triangle. And the flow cycle, something that's cyclical. Like a circle there. It's a clever little puzzle. And again, it's nothing outrageously hard that you have to get through. That's just a neat little trick to get through.
17th of July, 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Alright, so it seems that whatever was following me, as he mentioned, is certainly after anyone else who gets involved in this. Okay, this appears to be our steam engine here. And it doesn't appear to be functioning at all. Needs more work before it will run. Missing cogwheels to be fixed. It seems to be a safe place, so let me light as much as I can. Is this one of our missing wheels? Okay, so 2 more of those and it should be good to go. Anything in here? Oh, these are always nice. I think this is the greatest sight in the game, whenever you find one of these. No cogwheels, though. Nothing under here. And I'd have to assume they're all in this area. I don't think they'd make you lug. Oh, great. I don't think they'd make you lug cogwheels from different parts of the castle down here. Yeah, we might look now. The last one will be down in storage. Okay. Okay, so here's where we found our last one. And this should do the trick nicely.
There's nothing left. Everything's gone.
Yeah, as you read these notes now, they become increasingly desperate and horrific, basically. And there's really nothing up until this point that described the brutal deaths of everyone involved with this. But the story's, yeah, the plot thickens, so to speak. She really needs more work before we'll run. These look okay. There's nothing I can operate over here. Now, what is this? Nothing in the burner for it to ignite. Okay. Not really sure what it's supposed to be igniting here. How's that? Needs more coal. Okay. So maybe it'll also give me a message in whenever I finally fill this with enough. Game's at least nice about doing that. And when you complete an objective, there's no real guesswork, because it will tell you very obviously you're done with something. Okay. There we go. Now we'll run. So that seems to be working. And let's try this. Maybe all it needed was the power from the other end. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go and get the hell out of this area now. And I've continued my trend of seeming to walk into that stuff whenever I can. Whoa! Conveniently enough, this seems like the perfect time to catch an elevator anywhere but here, really. And if you can see in the distance there, it's blocking off my path back in there, so we're gonna get out of here. And now it should go without saying, something is going to attack me in this elevator. It's got me completely vulnerable and contained, so the game's gonna take advantage of it. Darkening, kind of ominously. Yep, here we go. Alright, so nothing attacked me, but I knew we weren't going to get throughout that ride without at least one watch. This area really doesn't look much better than storage either. This is not going to be fun, whatever's ahead of me. Alright, well, whatever down here, I'm going to save that for next time. So thank you for checking out part 6. Hopefully the little graphic change I made at least made this a little bit easier to watch. If it didn't, again, feel free to let me know. And I'll see you guys here for part 7. See you later.